specializing in meeting the mental health needs of its veterans. Individual and group counseling can often be obtained at these clinics. These clinics also may have counseling and educational groups focusing on behaviors frequently seen in veterans with PTSD. Groups on anger management, depression, substance abuse relapse prevention, family and couples groups. With the increasing recognition of the effects of PTSD on family members, many VA hospitals now offer support groups for wives and families who have a family member suffering with PTSD. Vet centers provide an alternative means for treatment. You may find that some of the counselors at your local vet center are veterans themselves. Services typically found at many vet centers include individual and group counseling, as well as RAP groups and peer counseling, where veterans share their experiences. If you are unable to attend your nearest vet center due to travel restrictions or distance, many vet centers may make arrangements with mental health professionals in your state. This allows veterans to see therapists and counselors in their own community or close to home. You also can find treatment options available at many community mental health centers. Trauma can affect anyone, and it is likely that a professional at a local community health center will have experience in treating the reactions to a variety of traumatic experiences. The phone book is a great resource for finding counselors in your area. You will often find counselors and therapists in your locale listed in the phone book under titles such as psychologist, psychiatrist, social worker, counselor, mental health, and support groups. No matter who you contact, you have the right to ask the therapist or counselor about his or her experience in treating PTSD. Mental health professionals follow a variety of approaches to PTSD treatment. Some may focus primarily on current, here and now stresses faced by the veteran and the family, while other therapists believe that it is important to focus on the situation surrounding the initial traumatic experiences. Some may have a primary focus on the role of one's thoughts and feelings on a person's outlook, while others may focus strictly on the current behaviors. In addition to psychological treatment, a psychiatrist can offer medications that have been shown to be effective in better managing the symptoms associated with PTSD. As a person seeking education and help, you have the right to know the therapist's view of PTSD, his or her experience in treating it, and their preferred method for treating PTSD. Even if your loved one refuses treatment, you and your family may need help to find constructive ways of managing your feelings, hurt, and disappointment. Get the help you deserve. In treating PTSD, we are trying to accomplish two major objectives. One, an improved quality of life so that veterans complete more of the activities that are important to them and are more satisfied with how they complete these activities. And two, improved management of emotions and symptoms. After treatment, it is reasonable to have certain expectations of the veteran. The veteran should create a daily structure, making a daily planner that lists which activities he or she will do, to plan when to start doing these activities, and the minimum time to devote to these activities. The focus is not whether to complete the entire project at one time. The objective is for the veteran to put forth his or her best effort. The veteran with PTSD has a lot of thoughts that don't have a rational basis, and this tends to prompt behavior that isolates him from family, friends, and coworkers. These new daily structures are designed to help the veteran think more positively about himself. The veteran is expected to take better care of himself or herself. This includes proper nutrition, weight management, stopping smoking, exercise and stretching, using sleep management recommendations, and medication compliance. The veteran should practice supporting others and using the golden rule. The veteran should behave in the ways that he wishes others would behave toward him, and to treat others as he wishes to be treated. The veteran is encouraged to know what is most important to the spouse, family, and others who give personal support. The vet is encouraged to live in the world. Joining groups interested in doing things that he is interested in is strongly advisable. These groups do not have to have a therapy focus, nor do they have to be for veterans or for PTSD only. Veterans are more than their symptoms. Yes, they are veterans, but they are also fathers, mothers, husbands, wives, sons, daughters, siblings, neighbors, friends. The best treatment is living. The treatment for PTSD requires the veteran to consider what new experiences to add to his or her life experiences. This could include volunteering. Check the local newspaper or charitable organizations for volunteer opportunities.
The fire department, the volunteer thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are veterans group activities that the vet may enjoy taking part in, group projects, political activities, therapy groups, as well as recreation and social gatherings. The vet should consider getting involved with social groups and new activities such as gardening, reading, exercise, home repairs, or starting a collection. Upholding obligations at home, such as maintaining the house and yard, is important. Your veteran should remind you that he can try to do things even when he does not feel like trying. During treatment, the veteran gets instruction to recruit the spouse and family support because trying to fulfill commitments is difficult, especially experiencing the emotions and sensations often associated with post-traumatic stress disorder. Please remember, the veteran has been told that having PTSD never justifies violence, and that the best support you as his spouse or family can give to him is to call the police when he has been violent toward you or someone in the family. There are other things you can do to help your veteran with PTSD. Be involved in his or her care. The physician or therapist needs to hear your view on how the veteran is doing. Believe it or not, your opinion is valued. Communication is extremely important. Listen to him. Please be aware that talking about the trauma is not a must-do activity. This is up to each couple. It is more important for you to know about the man or woman in front of you now than the one who existed decades ago. Express interest about the long-term goals and ambitions the vet has, and help him focus on what can be done about these goals today. Encouragement does not mean taking responsibility. Plus, it is not your responsibility to constantly remind your spouse or to feel like you are nagging. Challenge the veteran. Help him to focus on putting forth a best effort to be the person he is trying to be. Your spouse may give you a number of reasons or excuses about why a best effort was not made. Nevertheless, the veteran has been told that to make treatment effective, he must do what is important to him in terms of values, regardless of how he feels. Try to be judgment-free. Accept that your spouse is changing at his own pace. Challenge, but do not use guilt, shame, threats, or put-downs to motivate your veteran to do what you think he should. Be independent. Do not focus your entire life on your spouse. You also should focus on the type person you are trying to be. Remember that you are the veteran's spouse, not the parent. Do not try to protect the person with PTSD from discomfort, frustrations, or pain. Trying to protect your veteran from uncomfortable experiences may have been motivated out of love and concern, but it ends up making your spouse more dependent upon you. Do not take responsibility for your veteran's emotions, or treat him as if you are responsible for his actions. Do ask your spouse for more help when you need it. Do not treat the person with PTSD as if that person is incapable of helping you. Most importantly, live your own life. Find a way to start doing the activities that you may have put off because you were concerned about how your spouse might react. The best way to take care of your veteran is to take care of yourself. The effects of PTSD on you, your family, and your loved one can be successfully treated. While it is possible that many of the symptoms associated with PTSD may not completely vanish, there is hope that life can be enjoyed again. Successful treatment begins with increased awareness and education about PTSD. At times it may be painful, but it also can be rewarding. Rewarding in the fact that your loved one can better manage the symptoms of PTSD, that family communication can improve, that your relationship with your spouse can continue to grow, and that your family can once again become a family.